show that inner confidence, motivation, and how much motivated you are for the today's event. Then only we'll start with today's session. First, fill those chat box with those amazing fire emojis. I just want to see how much excited you are for today's event, because today is something different. And today is what? Today is a present for you. We don't know what will happen tomorrow, guys. So just fill those chat box with those amazing emojis that, yes, ma'am, this is our Josh and this all we are excited for. Very good. This is the response. Very good. Keep hard, guys. Very good. Yeah, because these opportunities never can be get by anyone. Okay, I think you all are now powered up. Your battery is now full, and this battery should not dead till the end of the program. प्रोग्राम के आखिरी तक आपकी बैटरी ऐसी ही फुल चार्ज होनी चाहिए बॉस. ठीक है? So let's start with today's program. Vinayak sir, Renu ma'am, and Kartik sir, and Rajesh sir, shall we start with program?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Okay, thank you so much, Kartik sir. Vinayak sir, Renu ma'am. Vinayak sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, Rajesh sir, shall we start?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Welcome all to AARAMBH 2021, exclusive student college conclave for career advancement. Today, we all came here to cherish all the amazing knowledge session at Career Dreams Educations in association with LEXICON Management Institute of Leadership and Excellence. Now, you must be thinking, what is Career Dreams Education is? We all say every time, we are career, we are dreams. Then what is this Career Dreams Education? Now, let me initiate you and let us all hone together to what is Career Dreams Education. Career Dreams Education is skill development enterprise solemnly committed to provide clients with education assistance, education solution for the young aspiring minds and our esteemed colleges. We feel proud to be certified with ISO 9001-2015 under the approved guidelines of AICTE. Anyone know what is AICTE? Let me tell you, boss. AICTE stands for All Indian Council of Technical Education. And we are engaged in educational academic coachings, trainings, career counseling, admissions, and placement assistance with education research, education marketing, with core comprehensive strategic skill development. Now, यहाँ पर stop नहीं होता है. Let's move to the next level. That is our sister concern, Technophilia for technical department, Money Batters for financial department, and Business Now, Insta Placement, Unleash Education Innovation, testifying our core based on trust, honesty, and reliance. We prepare the students with real-time business exposure and ethical sense of responsibility towards career advancement and business growth. Okay. Sir, can you please mute yourself? Thank you so much, sir. Today, sir, please mute yourself. Thank you so much. Okay. We prepare the students with real-time business exposure and ethical sense of responsibility towards career advancement and business growth. Today, we are honored to have the gracious presence of Honorable CEO of the esteemed LEXICON Management Institute of Leadership and Excellence. With huge round of applause for Mr. Nasir Shaikh, who is the CEO of LEXICON Mind, our today's guest of honor. We welcome him with full respect and honor. Guys, a big round of applause for the Chief of Honor. Everyone fill the chat box with clappings, and also, we have given the hands to clap. So can you unmute yourself and clap for our Chief of Guest? Come on, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Guys, come on, guys. On everyone. Okay, what is Lexicon Mile is? The institute known for unleashing management at best, creating entrepreneurs and the global managers. The recognized PGDM program Global MBA with University of Southwards. I'm so sorry. The University of South Wales, UK, and University of New Haven, USA. It's all global excellence with global corporate exposure. All at the exchange Lexicon Myers campus. Commitment faculty, premium placement, global corporate exposure, all that makes it at Lexicon Mind, the best in class India's premier business school. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Vinayak Sinha sir on the note and let the meeting forward with him. Vinayak sir?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much here. A very fine good evening to everyone.
Thank you so much.
Every student, the aspiring mind present over here, who is going to cherish this knowledge session in association with Career Team Education under the guidance of Lexicon Management Institute of Leadership and Excellence, Lexicon Mind. And today we are honored to have the gracious presence of Honorable CEO, Mr. Nasir Shaikh sir from Lexicon Mile, who will be giving his incredible knowledge and time today with us, sharing the contemporary knowledge about management and the Global Corporate Expo. Man of management, a man of integrity, a man of excellence, ultimately the man of mile. Our heartiest respect and welcome once again, sir, to Career Team Educations, having such an opportunity for all of us to cherish and gain the knowledge and guidance under your mentorship. Thank you so much once again. And with all respect, guys, with huge round of applause, let's welcome once again Mr. Nasir Shaikh, Shaikh sir from Lexicon Mile once again.
Thank you so much, Vinayak sir. Thank you very, very much for that.
Please,
Thank you,
sir, over to
Satakshi,
you,
also. Thank you.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
just going to quickly share my screen. Am I audible? Is my voice clear and audible?
Clear, sir.
Yes,
Really
yes, sir.
visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just going to quickly
Yes,
share
sir.
my screen. Give me a moment. Great. The screen's visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes, sir.
So great evening to each and every one of you, and thank you very much to Vinayak sir and Shatakshi ma'am for this opportunity and for the introduction. I'm truly humbled. Before we start talking about finding your mindset catalyst, because this is one of the most important aspects in your life, is how do you make your mindset work for you, and how do you kind of find something that starts it up, right? And especially in the times that we are today, it is the mindset that will always get you forward, and which links back to Lexicon Management Institute of Leadership and Excellence. It links back to our motto, believe in yourself, and that's where mindset comes in. Before I take you into the topic, let me just quickly introduce Lexicon Management Institute of Leadership and Excellence. My name is Nasir. I'm the Chief Executive Officer for the Lexicon Group of Institutes, of which Lexicon Management Institute of Leadership and Excellence is one of our institutions. We've got preschools, we've got high schools, and we've got Lexicon Mile. Overall, close to 15,000 students study with us. In Lexicon Mile, we've got 3 programs. One is your PGDM program, which is a postgraduate diploma in management, where you've got human resources, finance, marketing, and research and business analytics as majors that you can do. And the opportunity that you have with us is that you can have a double major, where you can have 2 specializations when you move off. In addition, we have global programs with the University of South Wales and the University of New Haven in the United States of America. So that's a little bit about us. And if you need more information, you can definitely reach out to Vinayak sir, Shatakshi ma'am, or you can reach out to me or Vikram sir. Vikram sir handles and leads the complete admissions process for us. So now let's get into what is the reason that I'm here. It's about finding your mindset catalyst, and why is it so important, especially in today's time. So, in the world, there are 2 words which are very, very similar to sound, but they're very different when you actually get into it. One is mindful, which means your mind is fully cluttered. It is full of stuff. There is so much confusion happening out there that you do not have time to think, you do not have time to prioritize. And the reason why one's mind is full is because people are not focusing on mindfulness. People are not prioritizing their life, they're not organizing themselves, they're not looking at mental health, and they think that their brain or their mind is able to do everything. But remember, there is this beautiful saying, and we learned that in computers: garbage in equals to garbage out. And if your mind is full, there will always be a thought running out there which will not allow you to innovate, will not allow you to excel, will not allow you to do new things. And hence, there is something called the mindful revolution that is happening. And this is all about mindfulness. What is mindfulness? So if mindful is this, mindfulness is this. Where you're at your peace with yourself. Your mind has time to think. Your mind has the space, the bandwidth to go beyond. You're thinking with a clear mind. Your thoughts are in line. You've prioritized what you want to do, and you're making things happen. A mind that is mindful is always able to prioritize. It's 100% more productive than a mind that is full. And it's very, very important to understand the difference between mindful and mindfulness, right? Mindfulness is a state of mind. It's a state of mind which allows you to be with yourself, be in the present, be in the now, which is the most important thing. It allows you to relate to yourself. You are able to think what you got to do and what you don't have to do. And you know what I'm doing today with you as a training, we do this training through the Lexicon Center of Excellence for chief executive officers, senior leadership, because this is the crux of any leader. And today, as students, as you'll kind of transform into jobs or into a postgraduate diploma management program or an MBA, it is important to understand that difference. I am going to talk to you today of a few things that work for me. This is not to tell you that this will work for everybody, but it generally would work. I practice this, it works for me beautifully, and it's kind of got me to where I am today. I've been practicing this for years, and I want to share this with you because I really think, if there are a few things that you pick up from here, this will really help you. The first thing is rewiring my brain. And what do I mean by rewiring my brain? What I mean out here is that, are you able to rethink what you got to do? Or are you just following a cycle? There is this beautiful video of a hamster running in a wheel, and he's just running without no destination. Or if you have seen this Maut Ka Kua, where you have a car going around a drum, but it's not getting anywhere. And more often than not in life, our brain has got into a cycle of just doing the same thing. And it is important that we rewire our brain regularly, every 3 months, every month, every 6 months. I do it every 3 months, where I go into looking at what is it that I need to do for the next 3 months. So these are the short-term goals I'm setting, because I can set a long-term goal, but the short-term goals leading to a long-term goal will always get modified. They will always change. And it's very, very important for me as a leader, for me as a human being, for me as an individual, that I'm constantly innovating. And I can only innovate if I'm rewiring my brain. And at the Lexicon Management Institute of Leadership and Excellence, this is a conversation that I have with our director of the institute, Dr. Jitendra Sharma, who also leads the Center of Excellence, and with the director of IQAC, Professor Raju Verghese, that this is something that we need to imbibe into our children. This is what we need to kind of constantly do. And that's what we have done as an institute, for example, right? Where you have a director IQAC, but we also have looked at how a management institute needs to have a corporate structure, and hence my presence out there. So always think about rewiring your brain constantly, and this will help you immensely. This is the most dangerous thing, your mobile phone. Your mobile phone, your tab, today's digital world, it can put you down. It is the biggest distraction that exists out there. And how I normally keep my phone is I never keep it face up. I always keep it face down. And in a day, I have 30 minutes of what I call a digital detox, where I am away from every piece of digital equipment. I don't even wear my watch during those 30 minutes. In that 30 minutes, I am disconnected from the world digitally. It doesn't mean I'm into meditation. It doesn't mean I'm into ekant, but I'm just disconnected digitally. So in our house, we've got just one room where we have a television. And during my digital detox time, I take my telephone, my mobile phone, and go and put it in that room, and I do not enter that room. This 30 minutes every day allows my brain to refresh. And it supports the aspect of keeping my mind fresh. And it doesn't need to be 30 minutes. For some of you, you may want to do 1 hour, but some of you may do 10 minutes. Try a simple thing, and this may work beautifully, is when you're having your lunch or your dinner, forget your phone. Don't look at your phone. We used to have, when I used to be in the corporate world, we used to have this bet amongst friends when we were sitting down on a table. We all used to keep our phones with the screen down and ringer on. And the first one who had to pick up that phone would end up paying the bill. And trust me, after 1, 2, 3, 4 times, none of us used to even carry our phone for lunch. So as a start for your digital detox, try to eat your meal without any telephone, without any mobile phone, any tab or any digital devices. It will do magic for your mind. And remember, your mind, our mind, is the most powerful and the most precious gift that the Almighty has given us, that God has given us. Let's ensure that we are not only preserving it, but we are making it better and better by practicing good practices like meditation, digital detox, refreshing your mind, thought invoking your mind. Let's keep on supporting our mind from that perspective. Then is me time. You've got time for work, you've got time for your child, in my case, you've got time for a wife, you've got time for family. But are you finding that me time? So I give myself my me time every morning, right? When I wake up early in the morning, I wake up every day between 5 and 5:15. That's my wake up hour. Between 5:15 to 6:15, this is my time. I go for a walk. I go and, do water my plants, but it's completely my me time. It is about me introspecting. It is about me thinking about myself, me thinking about my health, me thinking about what do I need to do next. But it is only about me. It's a selfish time. And trust me, we need to be selfish, and we need to be selfish about ourselves. We need to look after ourselves out there. The other thing that works really well for me is that procrastination is a big no. There's this beautiful saying by Sant Kabir that says, "Kaal kare so aaj kare so ab, pal mein pralay hoegi, fir bhauri karega kab." And he said this hundreds of years back and said, do not procrastinate. And today, any leader that you go and speak to, they will say, please do not procrastinate. What you got to do today, what you got to do tomorrow, do today. What you got to do today, do now, and make that happen. That's very, very important. Remember, procrastination is a big no. Create small milestones. Because when you have small milestones, you have that many more time to celebrate. Because every time that you reach that milestone, you'll feel proud about yourself. You will give a pat on your back. You will show gratitude. And that is the beauty of milestones. If you've got to cover 100 kilometers, make 20 milestones of every 5 kilometers. And every 5 kilometers, celebrate it. And what I mean, and when you compare it, is make small tasks. If you want to one day become a CEO, chart your plan to become a CEO. And if you want to become an entrepreneur, chart your plan for that. If you want to become a scientist, chart your plan for that. Whatever you want to become, but when you make that plan, make small goals, small milestones. What this will do for you is it will give you moments of celebration. Because there will be times that you are down. And hence, you will look forward to this moment of celebration of this milestone that will help you win. Meditation. Like I said, our mind, our body needs to be looked after. And it is proven. It is proven scientifically. It has been endorsed spiritually that meditation is the best thing that you can do for your body. You will ask me, meditation is not that easy. Our mind gets distracted. How do we do that? How do we manage it? There are different ways of meditating. I practice a form called transcendental meditation. But even dancing is meditating. You must have heard of the Sufi dervishes, the whirling dervishes. They're dancing, but they are meditating. You can actually be dancing on your own and you can be must and be meditating. You have to find what is meditating is finding time where your brain is only relaxed. It is disconnected with the world. There is no thoughts clamoring into your brain. And that's what meditation is. So please find your tool for meditation. Like I said, TM works for me. TM stands for Transcendental Meditation. I learned this actually from a guru who is at the Maharishi Academy in Bhopal. And I learned Transcendental Meditation through him. His name was Lane Weiger. And I learned that every 20 minutes of the day, in a day, if I invest 20 minutes into TM, it'll help me tremendously. It'll help my mind and body tremendously. Family. My family is my backbone. There are days that I'm up, there are days that I'm down. When I'm down, I really need that support from my family. And I think that's the same for most of us. And hence ensure that you're doing family time, taking care of them, being there for them like they are there for you. Because remember, if you are not there for them, they will not be there for you 90% of the time, other than your mother and your father, because for them, irrespective of what you do, they're always there for you. But always try and also make time for them. Don't take your family for granted. If one thing COVID-19 has taught us, if that there is somebody today, they may not be there tomorrow. And hence, please ensure that we are looking after our family, we are investing time with the family and taking care of ourselves. People say that the glass is half empty, you're a pessimist. People say the half is glass full, you're an optimist. Guys and girls, boys and girls out there, ladies and gentlemen, the glass is always full. And if it has become a little emptier because you drank from it, you can always refill it. The glass is always refillable, and always look at your life like that. If there is something that you've lost today, you work towards getting it back because it's your energy. If it's life that's lost, you can't really get life back, but you can get memories back, fond memories back, and use those memories to be a catalyst for you. The attitude of gratitude means, there is so much today that we have to be thankful for. Like this glass of water. There are places in the world where access to water, clean drinking water is not there. There are places in the world where people are eating baked mud cakes, where they are taking mud, baking it and eating it because the food is not there. We have so much with us. Post COVID-19, we should even be thankful that we are there. Today, the fact that we are talking to each other, we are with each other is a moment of gratitude. So find that moment to say thank you to yourself, thank you to your family, and thank you to God, whoever you believe in, for giving you everything that He has given you. Because, we always compare ourselves with somebody who's got better off than us. Sometimes stop by and look at somebody who doesn't have as much as we have. Show that gratitude, and you don't have to go and show it to anybody else. You have to just close your eyes and say, thank you. Thank you for everything that I have. Thank you for making this happen for me. Because that one thank you resonates in the universe to come back as a thank you. Just like a smile. You smile at somebody, they will smile back at you. 99.99%. A thank you spreads the positivity in the world, which we need today. Last but not the least, I make it a point, and all this helped me to sleep peacefully. I ensure that I get between 6 hours to 8 hours of sleep, and blissful sleep. And meditation is a big, big work for me getting the sleep peacefully. The other piece is before I sleep, I say thank you. I say thank you to God for everything that He's given me. I apologize to everybody. Unconditional apology and with unconditional love, saying that I'm sorry if I hurt you. But I do ensure that I say thank you to God for everything that He's given me. It is important as individuals, and this is where mindfulness takes you to, that you must be present to win. I'll give you an example. In the last 18 months to 20 months, we've moved into a digital world. Whilst there have been physical interaction, physical engagements, physical inductions that we did in Goa, but most of the time it has been online, right? The 10 days that we spend in Goa are amazing, where the students and we get to know each other. But the rest of the year, other than events, it's online for the last 18 months. And I've noticed some children switch off their camera and are doing what they want to do, but they're not focused on the class. Who's winning and who's losing? Trust me, it's not impacting the professor, because the professor already knows what he's teaching or she's teaching. But the student, he or she is missing out. So it's not about being present physically. It's about being there with everything. 360-degree approach. You are present completely. You're present with your mind and your body, and you are there in it. And this is also with life. With a lot of events that we go for, a lot of instances that we go for, we just go there because we got to be there. Why? Why is that? Why can't we be there 100%? Why can't we be giving everything about ourselves to the event, to that instance, to that moment, and being there to win out there? I'm going to share this video with you, and it's a beautiful video, and we'll talk about it as the video gets over. Just let me know if you can hear the audio of the video. Can you hear the audio?
I wasn't ready.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is an Australian
Yes, sir.
businessman, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have no arms and no legs, but I'm very thankful that I have my little chicken drumstick here. People freak out when they see me for the first time. It's so cool. I was at a water slide all by myself. Everyone obviously at the bottom of the slide is looking up and waiting for other people to come down. And here I come, and they're freaking out. They're like this. And I was so tempted to look at myself and go, what happened? There were times where I sort of looked at my life and thinking, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. And you keep on concentrating on the things that you wish you had, or the things that you wish you didn't have. And you sort of forget what you do have. And there's no point, I believe, in my life where I wish I had arms, legs, I wish I had arms, legs, I wish I had arms, legs, because it won't help. But what I've seen in life are just a couple key principles. And the first thing that I've seen is to be thankful. It's hard to be thankful, man. I tell you, when I was 8 years old, I sort of summed up my life and thought, I'm never going to get married. I'm not going to have a job. I'm not going to have a life of purpose. What kind of a husband am I going to be if I can't even hold my wife's hand? It's a lie to think that you're not good enough. It's a lie to think that you're not worth anything. One more. It's freezing. I can't feel my hands. I love life. So many people come and say, how come you smile so much? And I'm like, well, it's a long story. But it's very simple at the same time. You see, it's very hard to smile sometimes in life. There are things that happen that you don't know and you don't understand, and you don't know if you're going to get through it. You go through your storms in life, and you don't know how long this storm's going to be. And today I want to share with you some principles that I've learned in my life that you can use in yours. Being patient with It's the hardest state. But I realized I may not have hands to hold my wife's hand. But when the time comes, I'll be able to hold her heart. I don't need hands to hold her heart. You know, it is scary to know how many girls have eating disorders. It is scary to know how many people are just angry at life because of their situation at home and angry at others. It's scary to know how many people actually feel like they're worth nothing. Every single girl right here, right now, I want you to know that you are beautiful. You are gorgeous just the way you are. And you boys, you're the man.
On this DVD, I share my experiences in life of how I've overcome challenges and seen a new, fresh perspective in life.
So here you've got Nick Vujicic, a person with no hands, no legs. And look at him. And look at him, living life to the fullest. Not saying that I don't have this, I don't have that. Isn't that the easiest thing to do? Saying I don't have hands, I don't have legs, let me not live life. What is my life? But here, he's living his life to the fullest. And that's what it is about mindsets. We can go on and on about what we don't have. But what is important for us to have a mindset of what we can do with what we have. And I urge each one of you who is out here today, list down 5 things that you have today that can help you to make your world. Forget of what you don't have, because there's nothing you can do just now at this moment to get that. But with those 5 things, you'll be able to get much more than what you don't have today. If you just put your mind to it, if you believe in yourself and you decide to make it happen. And we have 2 types of mindsets. One is a fixed mindset, and 90% of the people have a fixed mindset. This though will happen only this way. There's no other way for it to happen. ये ऐसे ही होता है, and there is nothing else I can do about it. यही life है. The people who start their day at 9, they finish at 6. ये से कि ये क्या जिंदगी है? मैं रोज यही कर रहा हूँ. That's because you choose to do it. That's because you choose to do it, not because you're forced to do it. You can define what you do by having a growth mindset. Just like this plant that you see on your TV screen, that is choosing to come and grow from the middle of a rock by breaking the rock apart. And your mindset is stronger than anything else. And if you have a growth mindset, if you have a flexible mindset, if you have a mindset that you can define what you want to do, you will get there. So many times we don't even get into the race thinking that we'll lose. Damn it, if you're not in the race, there is no way when you'll come last. Because at least if you're in the race, you will come last. But you can at least define that. You will try to come first, second, third, but at least you are in the race. So give it a try. Let your mind and be open to do things. Have a growth mindset. Give it a shot. Try new things. Do not get fixated. And do not allow others to define your life. More often than not, we don't do something because somebody has said something. Come on, boys and girls, we are adults. We have our own mind, we have our own brains. Think. Understand from your parents what their dreams are. Tell them your dreams. Sometimes they will match, sometimes they will not match. But know your dreams, share your dreams, and work towards your dreams. And the classic example of that is a child. A child is so innocent that they do not see boundaries. They do not have a fixed mindset that life is only like this. They have a growth mindset. And just like Johnny the Bagger, he's somebody who had an illness and who had a job of just being a bagger in a supermarket. Jo saman aata hai, wo bag mein dalta hai, he gives it to the person. Stuff that comes in, he puts it into the bag and he gives it to the shopper. But Johnny had a growth mindset, and listen how Johnny made a difference.
A few years ago, I was hired by a large supermarket chain to lead a customer service program to build customer loyalty. During my speech, I said, every one of you can make a difference and create memories for your customers that will motivate them to come back. How? Put your personal signature on the job. Think about something you can do for your customer to make them feel special, a memory that will make them come back. About a month after I had spoken, I received a call from a 19-year-old bagger named Johnny. He proudly informed me he was a Down syndrome individual and told me his story.
I liked what you talked about,
He said,
but at first I didn't think I could do anything special for our customers. After all, I'm just a bagger. Then I had an idea.
Johnny said.
Every night after work, I'd come home and find a thought for the day. If I can't find a saying I like,
He added.
I just think one up.
When Johnny had a good thought for the day, his dad helped him set it up on the computer and print multiple copies. Johnny cut out each quote and signed his name on the back. Then he'd bring them to work the next day.
When I finished bagging someone's groceries, I put my thought for the day in their bag and say, thanks for shopping with us.
It touched me to think that this young man, with a job most people would say is not important, had made it important by creating precious memories for all his customers. A month later, the store manager called me.
You won't believe what happened. When I was making my rounds today, I found Johnny's checkout line was 3 times longer than anyone else's. It went all the way down the frozen food aisle. So I quickly announced, we need more cashiers, get more lanes open, as I tried to get people to change lanes. But no one would move. They said,
No, it's okay. We want to be in Johnny's lane.
We want his thought for the day.
The store manager continued.
it was a joy to watch Johnny delight the customers. I got a lump in my throat when one woman said,
I used to shop at your store once a week, but now I come in every time I go by because I want to get Johnny's thought for the day.
A few months later, the manager called me again.
Johnny has transformed our store. Now when the floral department has a broken flower or unused corsage, they find an elderly woman or a little girl and pin it on them. Everyone's having a lot of fun creating memories. Our customers are talking about us. They're coming back and bringing their friends. A wonderful spirit of service spread throughout the entire store. And all because Johnny chose to make a difference.
Johnny's idea wasn't nearly as innovative as it was loving. It came from his heart. It was real. That's what touched his customers, his peers, and those who read this story. Great service comes from the heart.
And the key to that,
Will you be a job?
and the key to that is your mind. You know, he could have just sat there and said, this is what I will do. I can't do anything special. I'm just a beggar. But because he had a growth mindset, he said, I will make it happen. I will do something new. I will drive this. And he made something so special that the whole store found ways to emulate him, copy him, and make that happen. You know, the one word that kind of puts us down today is stress. But can stress be enhancing? That depends on us. You know, I use stress as a catalyst. I make stress work for me versus getting bogged down because of stress. I'm going to give you 3 simple steps today on how you can make stress work for you. And if we get another chance, we can speak to Vinayak sir and we can do another session only about managing stress, right? But today we're just doing simple about how stress can be enhancing. The first step is to acknowledge your stress. You know, when a situation happens, the way our mind is made is that we learn to either fight, freeze, or flight. That is, I will fight the problem or I will run away from the problem. And in some cases of people, you just freeze because that's what the amygdala does. But the moment you acknowledge it, it moves from the amygdala to the frontal lobes. And what the frontal lobes do is they start recognizing the problem, realizing the problem, analyzing the problem because you have acknowledged it. Now your brain knows that this is a problem. Now take, for example, there is a deadline and you need to make that submission by tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. One way is to panic about it. The second way is to acknowledge it. When you are panicking, your mind is not telling you what to do. You're either running away from the problem, or you're afraid of the problem, or you're doing nothing about the problem. But the moment you acknowledge it, your mind starts thinking, okay, I've got to give this at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Now, what do? You own it. You own that stress. You own that problem. Okay, I need to do it at 9 o'clock. Let me own this. Now what do? Then you use that to find the steps to do it. So if I have to submit this presentation by 9 a.m. in the morning, I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. How will I do step number 1? How will I do step number 2? How will I do step number 3, 4, and 5? Take another example. Take COVID-19. You know, when COVID-19 came, a lot of people refused to even acknowledge the problem stated. A lot of said, this is fake. This is just media story. But if you acknowledge it, then you'll realize, oh, this is a real problem in front of me. Then what do? I follow the norms that the government is guiding with me. I wear a mask. I use a hand sanitizer. I maintain distance of 6 feet. I go and get vaccinated. What are you doing now? After acknowledging, you are owning it because you are wearing the mask, you are using the sanitizer, you are washing your hand. And then you use that stress. Okay, COVID is there. Now, okay, this is business. Now what do? You innovate. That's how the digital world came about. That's how home deliveries came about. That's how so many new platforms came into things. The most number of unicorns that have happened in the history of Indian entrepreneurship have happened during COVID-19 because they have used AOU. They've acknowledged, owned, and used the stress that was in front of them. They made that into catalyst. Right? Take, for example, you know, when we talk about mindset catalyst, and I spoke to you about children, you know, how innocent children are and how they make growth, a growth mindset work for them, how they make stress work for them. You know, the biggest challenge for a child is to walk, isn't it? But it is the easiest thing for them to do it because they own, acknowledge, and use it. They know that everybody around me, because they see thousands of people around them only walking. They don't see anybody not being able to walk. So they know that it is possible. So they have owned it. Then they try to make it happen. A child, while learning to walk, falls close to 409 times a day from what I had read last. But still, unless there's a disability, the child will walk. And if there's a disability, the child will find some way of movement. And let me show you how a simple movement of walk happens. And this is a baby that is just born learning how to walk. It's from the animal kingdom because there are great examples of that. You can see the umbilical cord of the mother still there, the sac. So they encourage the child by kissing the child. The child struggles, falls down. Again falls down, face forward. But finally, the child is up on its own feet. And that's what life is about, right? That's what life is about. With all the challenges that are there, we have people supporting us through friends, family. But if we put our mind to it, that's when it will happen. Because nobody else can make you walk other than yourself. They can watch you, but they can't make you walk. So it is important that we have a growth mindset always and find those moments to step in and find those moments to always walk and then run. And every time that there is an obstacle, every time there is adversity, you need to turn that obstacle into opportunity and that adversity into advantage, because every obstacle provides you an opportunity. And remember, even an airplane takes off against the wind. It uses that to its advantage. An arrow to go forward has to be pulled behind. Then only does it gush forward. And hence use those things to work for you. Now, I'm extremely thankful to you all today for your time, listening to me. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. These are my coordinates. You can reach out to me via email, you can WhatsApp me, or you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm very active on LinkedIn and I spend a decent amount of time out there. If there are any questions, I'll be able to assist you. You can find me very simply. It is Abdul Nasir Shaikh out there. I'll be happy to assist you on any questions you have of Lexicon Mile. I'm also a life leadership coach, which is kind of assisting CXOs and leaders to kind of grow in the world that they are in. Through my NGO, where I'm a board member, we look after people who've got leprosy. And I'm also a World Mediation Organization delegate, where we look at finding the win-win situation for people. So thank you once more and allowing me to be part of your story. For the time that you've invested with me today, I'm very, very grateful and thankful to you. I would be happy to answer, any questions that you have. I'll be happy to answer them to the best of my knowledge. So if Satakshi ma'am, if you can let me know if there are any questions that are there, we could do one by one. We could try and answer them for the next 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, sure, sir. Guys, do you have any questions to ask? Definitely, after learning so much, there might be some questions you have in your mind and you want to ask from sir. If you have, please don't feel hesitate. Ask and get your doubt clear, guys. Come on. Anyone? Santosh sir, Manisha ma'am, do you have any questions?
There are a couple of hands that are raised. There's a hand of Shweta Raj that is raised, and there is Lawrence A. They've got their hand raised, so we can maybe even open a queue.
Sir, we start with Shweta R, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Shweta ma'am, can you unmute yourself, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can
Yes,
ask your
ma'am.
question, ma'am. Go for it. Yes, ma'am.
I am not able to take any lead, ma'am. Is there any problem?
Yeah, ma'am, not audible. Please, can you be little clear, ma'am?
I have completed all my tasks, but I am not able to take leads.
Okay, okay. Shweta ma'am, don't worry, ma'am. After the meeting, we'll let you know. Okay? Okay. Lawrence, sir?
Excuse me,
I
ma'am.
think
Sir, Shweta ma'am.
Ma'am, can I ask a question, please?
Yeah, Shraddha, please ask.
Thank you so much, sir. So, sir, I would just like to know about your experience as a CEO of such a brand institute. How was the experience about it, sir?
It's awesome, Shraddha. The biggest reason why it's awesome is because the people around you. Remember one thing, that culture eats strategy for breakfast. So if we create a good culture, the people who are around us make every moment of our work, our personal life, very, very special. Um, you need to kind of treat your team like they are family. The same applies to our students, the same applies across, where we are looking after every bit of it. And as a CEO of an educational institutes, we've got preschools where we've got children who are 2.5, 3 years old, to adults in our postgraduate institute. You are making difference in their lives. And just that sense where you're making a difference in a person's life, impacting it for the better, you cannot have a feeling better than that. You feel like God is really kind to you by giving you that opportunity. So I think it's been one of the most wonderful experiences in my life. And I've always believed that I only do things that I really love and I enjoy. I don't do things for the sake of doing it. But thank you for asking.
That's great, sir. That's great to hear. Thank you, sir. Thank you for answering.
So what we can do, Satakshi ma'am, is if they have any questions, they can drop you a note, and I would be happy to reply to them via email or connect with them offline as per the requirement. All right.
Sure, sure.
But thank you so much to both Vinayak sir, yourself, and to Vikram sir, who heads our admissions, for this opportunity to connect with so many young minds, because this is the future of our country, and I'm glad that I could get some time with them. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you so
So
much.
I would like to
Vinayak
add
sir?
a special note of thanks
Yeah.
and gratitude for having this opportunity with us. Like Career Team
Thank you, sir.
Education has been cherishing a good deal of relation with Lexicon Mile for a couple of years, and today we are really honored to have your presence with us. Like Vikram sir has been a great mentor for us always, and
True.
this year the students are really more positive for a great career opportunity, looking for more advancement and growth opportunity, not only India level but at the corporate level. And having the
True,
beginning
sir.
with Lexicon Mile, it's truly a pleasure for all of us. Once again, thank
And
you so
Vinayak
much
sir, we had
for getting
some
this new
phenomenal
ideas. Apart from
placements this year.
technology, apart from academics, individual needs to think about a detoxification of mind and soul, which really comes from men like you, sir. Thanks so much once again for getting this opportunity with us. Thank you so much once again, sir.
Thank you, sir. You have a great day. Bye bye. Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Nisari,
Sir, I know the session has almost ended, but I had a question.
please ask.
Sir, how can an individual bring a mindful revolution? You had mentioned the points about milestone and all. In
Right.
that also, I had a question. So
Please.
you said you had to mention like set short, small milestones.
Right.
So can you give an example, like how did you set your milestones?
Okay. Let me give you an example. When, let's say, for example, I'll go back into the year 2000 when I was passing off and finishing off my graduation. I set up a milestone for myself that in 10 years, I'm going to become a general manager. I was into hotels earlier. Before I was into hotels and hotel management, I was doing my aeronautical engineering. So when I did hotels, I said, okay, in 10 years, I want to become a GM. Then I defined that route to a GM. What are the different positions out there? And then I put a time frame to every one of them. Once I did that, let's say the first job was to become a restaurant manager. So between an assistant manager to a restaurant manager, I'd given myself 1.5 years. What are the different tasks that I needed to learn? What are the things that I needed to do? What was the knowledge that I needed to add? I listed all those. And as I ticked them off, as I ticked each them off, I celebrated those wins and I enjoyed myself over it for me to achieve that. Some got achieved in the same time. Some took a little longer, some took a little lesser. But in the end, because of every task getting done as it was getting done, in 10, I think it was 10 and a half, 11 years that I actually became a general manager. And I was among the youngest GMs in the hotel industry at that point of time. It feels special. Post that, I set new goals, but they were always in small with the end goal of being happy. And that's when I transitioned into a role of being a chief executive officer with the Lexicon Group of Institutes, because that I thought will give me immense happiness to give back to the young minds, to children, in terms of adding value back to them. So Nisari, my recommendation to you is make your big goal. What do you want to become? And then we make smaller goals based on that and work together and grow towards that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And if there is, if you need any further assistance, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm easily accessible out there. You can send me a direct message and we can connect on that. All right?
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Welcome.
So as you told that queries will be solved by any notes that they can send you. So definitely, guys, all the queries will be solved. Okay. So next, sir, shall we wind up? And Nasir.
Pleasure.
Sure, ma'am. To all the
Thank you.
participants, make sure before you leave this meet, do fill the Google form here. And once again, Shaikh sir, it's truly been quite knowledgeable, quite fruitful opportunity with you and Lexicon always.
Thank you.
And a big thanks to the team of Lexicon for supporting us in this session. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much.
And
Take care.
definitely we shall look for more such opportunities and more such vibrant knowledge sessions with Lexicon in the month ahead.
Absolutely,
Fingers crossed for that.
We look forward to coming over to your institute also soon, sir.
So it will be a truly pleasure for us. And definitely we shall be planning a trip to Pune with our students and all our young minds to have the live experience with Lexicon, the best in class management, the best in class global expo always. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. To all you guys, thank you so much and have a great day ahead. To all you participants, guys, before you leave, just submit the feedback form and the certificates will be rewarded to you via mail by the next day. So guys, now it's getting 6 p.m. We are done with this session and definitely we hope this session, the thought process will bring a change in your life and give you a new direction of your career. Guys, this is what life is all about. Thank you so much and have a great evening ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
giving
sir.
such a time and
Thank you,
cooperation
sir.
and support to Career
Thank you, sir.
Education and Lexicon.
Thank you, sir.
And Shweta ma'am, Shweta Raj, I would request to just await a minute in this meeting. We shall be having a word with you here. Guys, rest all may have a leave here.
Okay, sir.
If Shweta ma'am is there in this meeting.
Shweta ma'am. Sir, I just checked once. Yes.
Okay, suppose she is not so here. So guys, you may take a leave now. And Satakshi ma'am and Rajiv sir, I will get back to you in a personal meet in a couple of minutes. So guys, thank you so much for giving your time, patience and cooperation to Career Team Education once again. And definitely this will be a milestone for Career Team Education with all you people. And guys, congratulations once again. This event has been the most trending event of Career Team Education at Paytm. Top 20 trending events of Paytm having AARAMBH and Career Team Education. Guys, we are at Paytm now. The marketing, the approach is not only up to us, it is going global, it's going live with Paytm. So next time, we will look for more opportunities with all you people. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great evening ahead. Thank you so much, you. And Rajiv sir, you may please disallow all the people and get the room vacant.